And here we go. Welcome everybody, JJZ Starcraft here. We are on map Knockout today. In the top right, we're going to change it up, do something a little bit different. We have one of the best to ever do it, Bisu, as our Protoss player. He is facing off against one of the best Chinese players that we have on the scene today, and Xiaoshuai. So a top-end Zerg player, one of the best players, I think, outside of Korea right now. And I don't know enough about all of them to say who the best is, but I think he's definitely in the conversation. Bisu sends an early probe out here. Yeah, so Bisu, if you watched Artosis on Christmas Day, he did a great game where Bisu took on Ample. I won't spoil it, but it was a really good game and a really good cast, so I would encourage you to go check that out. Point is, Bisu is playing at probably one of the top levels we've seen in a long time, so he's looking really, really good here. And I thought I'd try and just break up the Terran games and give you, once in a while, I'm going to try and give you some pros and cast a Zerg versus Protoss game. It looks like Bisu's going to send his probe to the bottom right first and scout Xiaoshuai early. Xiaoshuai going with the pool first. And Bisu gonna wall up here and probably expand. So as we get going in this game, guys, we'll watch this probe do a scout, but I just wanted to say I'm casting this on Boxing Day, and I woke up yesterday, Christmas morning, did my thing with the kids. I love Christmas, it's great. I'm at a stage in my life where I have everything I need. I don't need gifts or not what I'm looking for. There's more things in life. Fortunate enough to have my family's health, and what I'm looking for is new experiences and relationships in life at this stage. And so yesterday I woke up, we did our Christmas. Oh, interesting expand here from Xiaoshuai. He's going to take his third base because the probe, I guess, was harassing there a little bit. But we'll see if he goes into 3-hatch Hydra bust, which I would guess with that expand now he's just going to do a third hatchery and work on that. Anyway, back to my Christmas morning. After we did our Christmas morning, I signed on to Brewer. I looked and I had 100 subscribers. So I want to thank you guys for that. That was really cool to wake up to. Cool little, it was exactly at 100. And I didn't expect that, guys. It's amazing to me that 100 people are watching my casts, and I want to really thank you for tuning in. And I'm going to try to keep bringing you content and do that to the best of my ability in this new year. So appreciate you guys. If you're watching, we've got over 100 now. Probably when this comes out, it'll come out a few days after Boxing Day. But really enjoying that. So we focus on the Zealot attacking the third or second base, but really normally should be your third expand. Let's talk a little bit about the Zealot. You guys seem to be giving me great feedback on that. Zergling's trying to sneak in, and we'll continue the unit statistics here. Another Zealot out. We're getting some work done here. He's going to go try and push into the natural, maybe up into the main, and we do see that 3 hatchery. This is going to be Hydras, I think, from Xiaoshuai. As Bisu kind of doing it all here. He's got his ramp blocked, his expand is up, he's pushing these Zerglings back. Xiaoshuai is at 11 drones only. And did he get a drone here? I missed it if he did. I don't think he did, though. I think we've got some damage on a Zergling, no damage on any drones. Trying to watch everything that happens here. But let's talk a little bit about the Zealot. The Zealot is a small unit type, which matters on how they take damage, guys. I'll get into damage types in a future cast, but we'll go up into, they take up a supply of 2. They cost 100 minerals and 0 gas. The Zealot's going to get surrounded here as he goes up in a blue flame. And Bisu walking his Zealots, but it looks like he's just going to turn around. And I think that's a good move. You're not going to get much done here with all those Zerglings out. He did force a ton of Zerglings. We are going into a lair, and we're up to 15 drones and 23 probes. We've got a forge up from Bisu. We've got a cybernetics core coming in the wall. Interesting, again, we saw that the other day with pros are switching their forge to their cybernetics core for their wall, it seems, as of late, which I personally prefer. I think it's easier to rebuild the core and not lose the potential upgrade from the forge on Hydra pushes. Bisu going to push his Zealots out as we talk about them. They cost 100 minerals, guys, and 0 gas to make. They start with a base armor of 1, so that means that they just come out and they have an armor of 1. You can see it there. Their attack damage is 16. They only attack ground. They don't hit the air, obviously. If you're watching this, you probably know that. And they have 60 shields and 100 hit points. So we can see that there. This one's taken a bit of damage. The +1 armor does not apply to the shields. That's across Protoss units, so that is consistent there. The shields are always a base armor of 0. And they take, interesting thing about shields is they take full damage from every damage type as well. So shields are the first to fall for Protoss units and buildings. The ground attack does 16 damage, we touched on that. Their cooldown is set at 22, which translates to about an attack every second, guys. So the Zealots attack about every 1 second. Let's see if we can get an example of that one. Yeah, you see that. They got 2 hits off there. One Zealot got a hit each. They have a range of 1. They are melee units. Their attack modification, which is their to attack per weapons upgrade. They have a sight of 7, and they take 25.2 seconds to make. So one of the tougher starting unit, the toughest starting unit. They're better than Zerglings and Marines 1-on-1, even 1-on-2. They're going to beat both those fairly easily. They cost more. They take a little bit longer to make. They do have that legs upgrade available to them, which is really important. The slow Zealots, you'll hear our hosts specifically talk about how bad they are into the mid-game. As we settle into this game, let's take a look at where we are. We have Dragoon range on the way. We have 3 bases from Xiaoshuai up. Looks like he is into well over 30 or 31 drones now, a Spire and a Hydralisk den up. We have Hydralisk speed and faster Overlord movement. We have both air weapons and ground weapons upgrading for Bisu. So he is going to get into Corsairs here as the Zealots march into the natural. Xiaoshuai looking for a nice surround here on these Zealots, involving the probe, some great drills there, slowing those Zealots down, and it looks like he's going to handle that like a pro. Zealot's going to sneak around behind the minerals, likely in the gas, and try to get a better position to fight these Zerglings off and just do as much damage as they can before they all evaporate into blue flames. We have a Corsair out, Scourge hunting, it just missed it there. Looks like we actually have 4 Corsairs out as I rambled on there today. Thank you for your patience there. As we get into this Protoss, 5 Corsairs out, Bisu pushing the Corsairs. Are we going to see Mutas? Don't see any Mutas being made. We have a Dark Templar coming out. I always love that against her. You can mass those Corsairs up and take out the Overlords. You can do so much damage with 1 High Templar sneaking into a base. Here come the Hydras, so here we're going to see a bit of a Hydra bust attempt anyways on Bisu. Bisu going to go out with those Corsairs and try and find some Overlords. I suspect he is going to find at least 1, and I think there will be more. Let's see how he does here. He gets 1, and he's going to get out of there with 1 kill. As we see, here comes the bust. 3 cannons with 3 more coming, another one being made by Bisu. A little bit of a panic situation here, I would say. You don't want to lose. He does have a lot of Zerg units, and this does have potential for a bust. A nice wall here, though. And can he hold on while we wait for this size storm? He needs 5 more energy. It's coming. I think he is going to hold here, especially if he hits a good storm and he's ready for it. Don't think he sees this Templar, and there it is. He's going to get 3 Hydras, 2 Hydras. The other one escapes, but gets killed by the cannon. And we have 2 cannons left, 3, the third morphing, and he's going to just have enough to hold, I think, with these probes out and more units popping. We have 6 Hydras left attacking what's remaining in Bisu's base, natural base here. So really close there. As the fight continues, I think Bisu is going to hold on, though. These Corsairs trying to get some more work done. They have +1 already. Bisu really on top of the upgrades on both his ground and air units. More cannons coming in. I think that's a good move. You know the Hydras are just going to keep coming here. As we look at Xiaoshuai, is supply blocked at 50, so it looks like the Corsairs did get a few more Overlords, at least 1. And Bisu is coming hard still, though. Or sorry, Xiaoshuai is still coming hard at Bisu's natural. He's probably going to Yeah, it looks like he's going to get some of this wall. Does get a probe. Probably needs to back these up, though, as these cannons form. I don't think he has enough to break this defense as the other cannons form fully, but he will get the gateway and the cybernetics core, which will force Bisu to remake those. And zooming out here, we are on 4 gateway for Bisu. That push really slowed him down a little bit, I think. Nice move by Xiaoshuai. These Corsairs looking to get more done. This one has 4 kills already. Wow, so 1 kill, that's 5. So how many Overlords did we actually get? Yeah, so it looks like at least 4 or 5 Overlords there. There's a big group here if he can march in. Now, did I miss that Dark Templar coming out? I may have missed that. Yeah, I must have, because Xiaoshui's drones are at 27. He's redrawing up right now, though, as we speak, and he's back to 35. But he must have snuck that Dark Templar in. Apologize for that, guys. I missed it. But we can get an idea that he likely snuck in here or here after clearing the Overlords with the Corsairs and got a bunch of kills. So good counter there by Bisu to slow down the economy of Xiaoshuai. Looks like he's got enough now to definitely push what's remaining outside of his base. We did see Xiaoshuai complete the kill of that wall and open up the natural base. 5 cannons remain. Bisu making just enough to hold that push early. 4 Corsairs out, still looking to get some harass going on the Overlords, but you can see that Xiaoshuai has now hydrad up enough to kind of protect them and force those Corsairs to head back to their base. Bisu marching across the map with 5 Zealots. He's probably just going to go and take a look and make sure there's no secret expands out. We'll see if he finds this one here in the bottom 6 o'clock position. Xiaoshuai moving his Hydras around. Just patrolling the map, kind of seeing those Zealots likely. Okay, and so, good recognition here, some good positional play from Bisu. He sees those Hydras maybe go around and tries to sneak in. Not going to find anything there, but tries to sneak into the natural and maybe get some drone kills. Doesn't work out. Just going to retreat them. Xiaoshuai going to try and get us around and get some hits on these guys while they can. The Scourge are out looking for Corsairs, and they're forced back into their main base. Okay, so we're at Xiaoshuai taking 3 early bases up into his 4th. Bisu defending well, getting that harass done, doing some damage on the drones. We've got a large group of Hydras outside the natural. Scourge looking for Corsairs. There's 5 left, I believe, 6 now. So they can really do, with the micro here, they can do a lot of damage to these. Take these out really quickly, the Scourge, but he's got the Utahs out now as well, which, how many do we have? He's decided to go with 9. And the Corsairs still just poking around, trying to find spare Overlords, and he is going to find another one here. Just a huge pain for Zerg to deal with that constant supply block yet again. Bisu, smart there to return. He knows Scourge are out, he knows Mutas are out. He's smart to return to his base there after getting that one Overlord. And here comes the air units for Zerg. We've got a full group of Dragoons with +1 armor upgrade finished and +2 almost complete. Nice storms there on the Hydras. Really nothing there for Xiaoshuai. We have Spines and Lurker upgrade on the way for Xiaoshuai as well. So they've already got +1, +2 on the way, making 13 more Hydras right now. Observers coming out for Bisu. Always nice to get some vision on the map as he moves into taking his 3rd right around the 14-minute mark. So a bit of a late 3rd for Protoss here. 14 minutes is quite late to get into your 3rd base, and Xiaoshuai does have his economy going strong with 54 drones and 4 bases. So once Zerg gets on that 4th gas, guys, they can be tough. They can pretty much make whatever they want. We don't see Hive technology yet from Xiaoshuai. It'll be interesting to see if he does go into that. I think with the 4th base up and mining and this much economy coming in, it's probably a good idea as Bisu makes a push. This might be his best timing push of the game. Not the biggest army though. Oh, he does have more coming down. How many High Templars do we have? We have about 3 remaining as we get, a beautiful storm there on the Hydras. There is a couple Lurkers out. We've got 3 defending. I don't see an observer from Bisu. which may just push him back a little because you're just going to eat those lurker spines as a few more morph, and we have now a ton, 8 lurkers. Yeah, he's going to need, he does have an observer now. Don't know if this will be enough though, he's got a couple storms on that High Templar and a couple on this one. So he is going to have 4 or 5 storms here. So if he can really space those out nicely, he may have a chance to break here. They're mostly Dragoons. The Zealots kind of behind the Dragoons. They do need to get in there and tank some of this damage from the Hydras and Lurkers. I don't think Bisu, it's a good pullback there. I don't think he had enough to break. So he's going to recenter his army outside the base and try along this double bridge instead of going up the hill. Going to get a Lurker there, just poke in, get a unit here and there where he can. Ooh, loses a Templar there, kind of a misclick, I think. Nice pick off on the High Templar from Xiaoshuai. Doesn't get that storm off that he was looking for. He's still got a few. This one is out of energy. Might as well send him home. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4 storms in this group with this group. So if he's macroing nicely at home, it looks like he is reinforcing that army. We're on 2, 4, 6, 7 gates, 7, 8 gates for Bisu, taking his 4th now. I like that attack and moving into a 4th. I don't think he was going to break this. Bisu recognized that and pulls his army back while he expands. Always a good move. So we are now 4 base against 4 base, and Xiaoshuai, I would expect to see him move into a 5th base soon. He tries to sneak some Hydras up along the left side of the map. Bisu does catch that, and he's going to push them back. So Bisu now patrolling this whole zone of the map in here with his army, and kind of able to defend all of his bases that way. So good game here so far, guys. We're at 154 supply for Protoss against 140 supply for the Zerg player. We are almost even in worker count. Upgrades are looking fantastic on both sides. We have +2 spines and 2 armor and 1 attack on the ground units for Bisu. Here we go. We're going to get a major engage here in the middle of the map. Protoss kind of holding the middle. The Zerg Hydra is going to do a huge surround here. How cool is this? Great surround by Xiaoshuai. Oh, beautiful storms coming down on the Hydras. That is what's going to make the difference in this battle. It's going to be really close, but without those storms, this army was going to get annihilated. It still looks like the Hydras are just going to be a little bit too much for Bisu to handle. He snipes all the High Templars and pushes these remaining heavily damaged 7 Dragoons back to his base. Good pullback again by Bisu. Saving those Dragoons is critical. You need to get the storms to reinforce them and the Zealots in front of them. You can see he's making more. He's got 7 more Dragoons on the way, 11 Hydras, and +2 Carapace coming up for Xiaoshuai. So he is just, we saw Zealot do this in a game recently too, where they just mass up these Hydras and it becomes a really difficult thing to deal with while you upgrade them especially. So we've got a bunch of cannons on defense here. Bisu rotating his units around to reinforce. And he's going to do, Xiaoshuai is doing 2 attacks here at once. I don't think there's enough Hydras at the lower base, the natural, and up here the storms are going to make all the difference as the cannons and units reinforce the bigger group of Hydras on the 4th base of Bisu. So Xiaoshuai going to rotate around, rotate out of there. Good recognition by both players in this game on when they are going to lose a battle and save as many units as possible. We do have a 5th base going up in the bottom corner for Xiaoshuai. So we're right now 4 base against 4 base, which is a great spot for Protoss to be in, and we're going to be up 5-4 shortly. We'll see if Bisu finds this. He's got to know that Zerg after that attack probably look to expand again, which is a great move by Xiaoshuai. You have to keep trying to control the map and take bases and get as you tech up. So I don't see a Queen's Nest, but I would like to see that go down and see if he's going to get into defilers here, but really just massing up Hydras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hatcheries. Wow, 9 hatcheries. So his macro looking really good. Xiaoshuai, I like the way both players are playing this game so far. We now have 3 armor, +3 armor and +1 attack, with +2 attack on the way for Protoss, and we see the 2-1 Hydralisks with +2 Carapace also on the way. 16 more Hydras being made for Xiaoshuai. You can see that he is really massing up on those Hydralisks, and we see the supply basically even. I see another Dark Templar out. We're going to try and keep an eye on this one and see if He's just going to try and sneak down. Maybe he does know about this lower left base and he'll get some damage in, or he's just going to sneak them into the army. That can also be really effective if you can keep the overlords clear. They can do a lot of damage, but it does look like he's going to check the map and just kind of get out. We'll keep an eye on him. Bisu trying to take his 5th base at the 3 o'clock position, but Xiaoshuai doing a good job denying it. He is going to get it up, it looks like. He got the probe, so he can't make any more cannons. Good storm there by Bisu, and we do see this Dark Templar on the way. Oh, this guy is going to get some damage. I like this. This is a good move, as his observer does find this undefended 5th base from Xiaoshuai. He's waiting. He sees the drones coming, and he's going to sneak them in here. Let's see how many kills he gets. Nothing really in the area, too, you can see to come and kill this Dark Templar. So he is trying to get a creep colony down, so likely going to see a Nidus. And here we go. How many drones can he get? 5, 6. Yikes. Oh, this is just painful for this 5th base of Xiaoshuai. He's going to lose all of these. 13, 14. Wow. Morphing more drones here, but and he's going to turn that into a sunken. And of course he can't get a Nidus because we don't have hive tech yet, so that was just a sunken looking to be made. But it's not going to finish, or it does finish, but it doesn't have any detection. Oh, this Dark Templar just getting all the work done, and he does end up killing the sunken along with 16 drones, guys. That is a high value Dark Templar right there. We have another engage here in the middle of the map, Hydralisks, but getting pushed back by the Protoss army. And we are seeing a major advantage now in supply, with Bisu moving into the 150 range and looking really, really strong in this game. And I don't mind the way Xiaoshuai has played this at all. He was also, it's been a back and forth game so far. Let's see if he can continue. Let's check the base mining. We're almost mined out, and we're basically mined out. So now Xiaoshuai is working off of 1 base mining here, and that just is not enough for Zerg to keep producing the units they need to fight a Protoss who is now on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases. So, and he's mining from at least 2 of them. So 2 mining bases against 1 mining Zerg base. Never going to fare well for the Zerg player. We do see an Archon morph. Going to have 1 big engage here in the center. Look at those storms go down. Hydra's dying everywhere. Bisu's army being reinforced, getting the surround on the Hydralisks, and this is looking like it is heavily favoring Protoss right now. We see the Zerg army creep close to 70 supply, which will usually indicate kind of a last-ditch effort. Zerg don't have much left once they get under 70 supply, and you'll usually see them leave the game shortly thereafter. But he is hanging on to just keeping above that, so we'll see what Xiaoshuai decides to do. Is he does get this base mining, so he is now on a 2 bases mining and against 3 base Protoss mining. Not a good situation to be in. He does have to look to get some damage done if he's going to stay competitive in this game, or going to have to get some major value out of some of these lurkers and Hydras. So we'll see what happens as Bisu continues to control the center of the map, pushing these Zerg units back. Looking like he's going to push into the bottom corner, I believe. Oh, maybe not. He's going to pull back and just hold the center of the map. And we'll see if he decides to expand yet again. This Nexus about 3/4 done. Xiaoshuai pushing some Hydralisks north. And he decides to call it. Yeah, I think he recognized that Bisu was just on too many bases, controlling the map, and his supply was hovering around that 70 mark for a while there. So Bisu continuing his dominance right now and looking really, really strong. I don't even think Xiaoshuai played a bad game there at all. The only thing I'd probably like to see at this stage of the game is maybe moving into that higher technology, looking to go up to defilers. That could have made the difference here once you get those Psy Storms really firing and the Protoss units upgraded. They can fight against Hydras and Lurkers on their own really quite well. So other than that, though, Xiaoshuai looked really good, and good game here. Thank you for joining me, guys. Appreciate your time as always, and we will see you on the next one.